right. So everybody, this is Katarina Panopoulou from Artist Coaching, and this is an interview with Zane. Welcome, Zane. Happy to have you here today. And
Thank you
for those who don't know you, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself, a few things about, what you do.
Sure. So my name is Zane, and I started the coaching with you about 6 months ago. And I am a recording studio owner and a professional audio engineer. I'm also a recording artist, and I work with a lot of artists in my local area, also in broader geographic regions. And, just been working on my business for a long time, but in the past 6 months, it's grown a lot because of Katrina's coaching, and it's been an amazing experience.
Okay. So basically, you managed to grow your studio business from 1 to 2K per month maximum into 5K. So would you like to describe a little bit, about the whole journey? What was the situation before we started working together, and like what's the difference now, basically?
Sure, absolutely. So I've had my studio about 5 years, a little over 5 years now, and I've had a little bit of a local clientele in that time. So I have had the business operating, especially in the last couple of years after I branded it locally, and have had an inconsistent business. So I was making income between 500 a month, sometimes 1,000 a month, sometimes 1,500 a month. Couple months, a little bit more than that, but very inconsistent. And I wasn't systematic with the mindset of how I was approaching it. And I was kind of just hoping for, some work every week. And, wasn't very organized in terms of promoting it. So the experience with Katerina really changed my mindset, changed my approach to business, and changed my life in a way where I'm now more of an action taker. I'm more organized with all aspects of my life. And my perspective towards the business is very systematic now. So using the key performance indicators and using the aspects of social media to promote my business and being proactive with the promotion of the business, creating content that attracted the right clientele, and just being more consistent with all of those things together has helped me get to the next level with the business.
Wonderful, wonderful. So how long did it take you to see results, like since you started the program, like and get things rolling, like next level to your business?
I would say we started in January. It took me probably about 3 months of still inconsistent income, but I was doing the things that we had discussed. I was revamping my social media. I was creating lots of content on social media. And I was changing my mindset with a lot of the exercises. For instance, the Identity 2.0 exercise. Obviously, the avatar exercise was very helpful in terms of focusing on the clients that I really want to work with. So it was, I think, in April. So we started January, February, March was still a little bit inconsistent revenue-wise, but I was making moves to move forward. April is where I had a first really good month. May and June were also, pretty solid. So I'd
All
say it was
right.
about 3 months in
All
where I
right.
saw that change in revenue.
All right. And what would you say is like the things that you have learned and has helped you the most? Like, was it mindset? Was it like strategies, or was it like a combination? What made the difference for you?
For sure, it was a combination of everything.
Okay.
Changing the mindset through those exercises, and just changing the limiting beliefs. And I'm still working on a lot of those things, but the limiting beliefs, which I think a lot of artists and engineers and producers have these things, and it's something that you have to overcome. So that's one thing. But then the approach to being strategic with social media content and why I'm creating social media content, how to use social media as a promotional tool for the business. Um, and then as well, just the strategic stuff about how to talk to people in messaging,
Mm-hmm.
the details that you gave me every week when I was asking questions about how to close this sale, how to approach this particular potential client.
Mm-hmm.
So those little details and tactics also helped a lot. So it was definitely a combination of a lot of things.
Okay, okay. So who would you say is your ideal client now? Who would you
My ideal
consider as an ideal client?
My ideal client now is somebody who works well with me in the studio. We have a good energy in the studio, or through the conversation if they're not local,
Mm-hmm.
and who appreciates what I'm doing, who's taking their music very seriously, wants to work with somebody who's focused with attention to detail, and has the money to spend and
Mm-hmm.
is willing to invest in their career and in their music. So the people that we're on the same wavelength, and they're working in similar genres as myself, and I think the biggest thing is they appreciate what I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
and they have the respect for what I'm doing. That's,
Yeah.
I think, been a big difference, because I've worked with clients where there's varying levels of appreciation and respect, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
moving towards the ones that resonate more with my energy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I consider you my ideal client, right? And the reason why we're here now is because, of your results, but obviously, like, behind results is your consistency, is your hard work, is you showing up every single week, asking me, questions all the time. So, things happen for you, but they did happen because you put in the work, and that makes you, a great client for me, a client that I'm really, really happy to help and help grow and get, at this point. So Zane, would you recommend other people working with me?
Of course. And I'm very grateful for you to say that. But absolutely, if you are serious about taking your music career to the next level, whether it's as an artist, producer, engineer, and if you're serious about it, you're willing to invest in yourself and you're willing to take action to do things that are going to move you forward, for sure, Katerina will help you, and it can change your career and it can change your life, for sure.
Thank you for saying that. So why do you think someone who is watching, should take action now?
Because if you don't take action, you might never take action. And
Mhm.
just from our own example with this
Mhm.
coaching, it was more than a year ago when we first talked. It's June
Mhm.
now. We talked in May of last year. And at the time, you told me, if you don't take action now, you're going to be in the same place a year from now. I
Mhm.
didn't take action at the moment, and there were certain reasons why. But then 6 months later, I was in a position where I needed to take action, and I
Mhm.
decided to do that. And doing that has changed my life in the last 6 months.
Mhm.
So the sooner you're willing to take action and take yourself seriously and invest in yourself, the sooner you're going to see those results, for sure.
I'm actually glad that you mentioned this because, I always advise producers to take action. I'm like, you need to change your situation, especially people who actually, share with me that they are stuck and they need help, or they don't know how to get to the next level, or exactly what they need to do. And I always say that from my personal experience as, a business owner, but also as a coach. And sometimes, I have this fear that they might think, yeah, perhaps, she's saying that because, she just wants to convince us working with her. But the truth is that, I speak with so many people who are afraid to take action, and then I speak with them after 6 months or a year or maybe even more, and they are still stuck at the same place. So, I honestly share this advice, even if that action doesn't include me, because at the end of the day, life is short. If we don't do the things that we love and enjoy doing the most, why are we even here? So what would be like the number one piece of advice that you would give to a producer or a mixing and mastering engineer who is currently struggling?
Take action, whether it's, in this way or that way, because if it's in the right direction, you're going to move forward. If it's in the wrong direction, you're going to learn something and pivot yourself and figure out the right direction. And that's the only way you're going to learn. This situation that I'm in isn't just 6 months. It's a lifetime of experience in music. It's years of experience with the studio and struggling to make the business work. So it's accumulation of all those struggles and then finally, taking action to do things differently that made the difference for sure.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So Zane, thank you so much for coming here today and sharing your story. I believe that the whole thing was on point, and it's quite an inspiration to see, your growth. And I honestly believe that you're like in the beginning of your journey, and there's definitely going to be more wins in the future. And I would be really happy and proud, to learn every single one of them. So if people want to know more about you and what you're doing, where can they find you online?
Yeah, sure. So I'm active on Instagram, mostly at Studio in Hamilton, and also at Mixed by Zane. So it's MixedByZane. And I'm active on those pages, and if you'd like to reach out, feel free. And as well, I also want to give a shout out to Katerina for being so amazing. The experience has been amazing, and you're absolutely right. I feel like I'm at the start of this journey. I'm definitely going to be going back to all the exercises and everything we've talked about and continuing to work on my content and my mindset and growing the business even further. And I'd be happy to share those wins with you in the future.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Zane.
Thank you, Katrina. Have a great day.